Hey ladies, a whole bunch of you had questions that I wanted to answer, but I thought that a video might be the best way to do it. So, ahead of this, God, please have your way with our team, allow us to be together, to learn how to be fierce, faithful, and family, and the basic things of life, and then the most important things in life. And please let us have a good time together playing the game. In Jesus' name. Alright, let's start with defense. Everything starts with defense. If you're not good at that, you can't win a game ever. We're going to run a 2-1-2, or what we will call an X-zone defense most of the time. We'll also run some man-to-man, which is a little more scary, relies on IQ and your experience in basketball, and ours is low. Zone, you can get away with not knowing as much and still play pretty good defense. So we'll probably play zone the most, depending on who's on the court. And when we play zone, our goal is always to protect the basket. Always in a position, no matter what kind of defense we're playing, to have your butt to the basket, and then to bump a body, or at least put a bar towards a body and block a ball. In the zone, the most important part is that we bump bodies. No one comes inside the key or the restricted area, or on our court, the red zone. No one in the key anytime, and we have 5 players defending the basket. When we get back to the basket, first person goes to the basket, second person slows down the ball, and then everybody else creates the X, and you'll hear me yell X up as a reminder to get into that shape. If the ball is at the top, then 5 will be as close to the ball as possible, but still inside the key, which we'll often call the house. You'll hear me say, nobody inside the house. That means bump. Do not let people walk in there. That ruins our defense. And we want that 5 at the front door. Mom will always welcome people at the front door, which is not a nice welcome. 5 needs to be a tough, strong person. I don't really care about the numbers as much as we have in the past, but generally you want bigs on the bottom, somebody mean in the middle, and fast little people on top. Tends to be the best. Alright, if the ball's on top, we look like this. If the ball swings to the wing, then we should slide over a little bit. And we're trying to keep that ball on the sideline. We don't want it to come back to the middle if we can help it. 5 should be between the hoop and the ball, somewhere about there. 1 should probably slide over, and 3 should protect the hoop. That means we're giving up a long pass over the top. And if that happens, that's okay, because we've got time to recover. That's a rainbow pass, and we don't mind if they throw rainbow passes. Everybody recovers to where they need to be, and we're bumping. 4 has a really hard job of protecting the whole backside. 4 doesn't care about somebody out here catching the ball. 4 cares about somebody in the back cutting through the middle of the house. The creepiest thing that could ever happen in your house is if somebody walked in the back door without permission. Same thing in the basketball court. Nobody walks in the back door without permission. That is our offense. Now, if they ever throw it into the corner, we're going to trap down. Hopefully, teams will do that a little bit in the beginning, and we'll get a couple of free turnovers by trapping them in that corner. We love doing that, but you will never give up baseline. If that ball goes baseline, you'll hear me say, no baseline, no baseline. If that ball goes baseline, we tend to have trouble because it flips the whole defense upside down. It makes us look the wrong direction. We no longer have our butts to the basket, and that's troublesome because we're not protecting the basket, and we might get that ball passed to the other side where they'll score easily. So no baseline, no baseline, no baseline. And if they end up taking a shot, even here, or skip it over and shoot from here, that's okay, as long as somebody's reasonably close with a hand up, not trying to block the ball, but trying to block vision. If we accomplish that, then we've done our job, and we're really happy, even if the ball goes in the net. Even if the other team scores, but 2 had her hand up, blocking some vision, not necessarily needing to block the ball, we're happy. Now, if the ball gets down here, that should be a double position, and they either have to rainbow it over, or they have to kick it out and swing it. Both of those are slow. The one thing that would hurt us is if they pass straight across for a quick basket. That would be a problem. So we don't want that to happen. We're going to stay tight in here. 5 and 3 work together to make sure that ball goes out, or they throw a rainbow over. One of the two. All right, that's defense. Well done. Let's talk about offense. Let's say the ball was shot by the other team. They take a shot. Boom, bong, 3. Gets the rebound. Now we're into our transition game. Transition game means our fastest 2 people get up the court as quick as they can. Probably going to be our short people. Short people tend to outrun, at least initially, long-legged people. So here we go. We get to something like this. And we don't want to dribble any more than we have to, because passing is your superpower. It makes you super fast. So maybe 3 passes up to 4, 4 passes up to 2, and off goes 2. Awesome. Great. Our idea primarily is get the ball wide, get the ball to the wing. So if we were here, that would be great. Everybody else progresses up the floor. And we're trying to get to the wing. Option number 1, 2 goes to the hoop, scores a layup. Super excited if that happens. That's the best outcome for us in every situation. And we want people to aggressively go to the hoop. You're either going to speed layup, slow down, lift up through your head, not out through your mouth like you're shooting. Rather, we want to gently lay that ball up off the glass. You're already running, so the ball's moving fast. You got to be gentle. Or if there is no layup for 2, maybe there is for 1, the second person down, maybe 1 was the second person coming, they ought to get on the ball side block. I don't care if this person is our shortest or our tallest player. Next person down fills the ball side block. Everybody else fills out. We just fill out. We fill out around the arc. As long as we have some good spacing, we're all set. Remember, if a defender comes up into a position too high, you should go. You should cut. Oops, sorry. Let me get rid of that one. Yeah, so if this, if this defender gets up too high and tries to deny you, you should cut because you now have a hoop line. 4 has an open hoop line. From you to the hoop is open. If that ever happens, or even they're touching you, that creates this hoop line moment, and you should go. You should go, you should cut, you should get to the hoop, you should chill there. Now, if we do get 2 on a layup, we're happy. If we don't get 2, we're looking for 1 on the block, and we're happy. If we don't get 1, then we're just playing. We might see 4 has a hoop line and they take it, little bounce pass over, that scores a layup, we're excited. So that's transition. Now once that falls apart, somebody has to make the mature decision to say, get out, fill out, out. And out is our universal cry to get 5 out. There we go. Now we're 5 out. Get rid of this person real quick. All right, now we're in 5 out and this looks good. In 5 out, nothing really activates until we get the ball to the top. Once we get that ball to the top, then the first pass activates our pass and screen away. So maybe the ball goes to 3. 4 is going down, and at about this position, 2 is going to get so close they could bite a ponytail, smell their shampoo, and then you're flowing to the ball side block. Please don't go to the weak side block. You'll just end up behind a defender usually, and that doesn't help us much. We need you to ball side block, so you're going to again make that ponytail cut, smell the shampoo, catch it here, drop step, in this case with the left foot, the downhill foot, closer to the basket foot, and score that ball off the backboard. But you win, yay. Now if that's not there, if we get 2 down there, then 1's coming off the screen from 4. So 1, be patient and wait. 4 sets the screen, and 1 can come up, and 1 you're going to want to come into open space. So wherever the open space is, usually it's going to be most open here because teams aren't too worried about that. 3-pointers are hard shots, but if we have someone that can shoot it, go ahead and shoot it. If not, you may want to come either here just to pass, or you might have enough space at the free throw line to come in and shoot from the free throw line. Another funky thing that happens occasionally, which I love, is 2 comes down off the initial pass, screen away. So again, pass, screen away to the bottom, and as they come by, ponytail cut, but they don't get the ball. Sometimes it works really well to sit on that defender at the hoop, and if we get 2 to sit on that defender, it gets pretty exciting here. Oops. If 2 can really sit on that defender, then when 4 comes down to set that screen, sometimes you can go right in front of 2, get that ball and score it with 2 giving you a shadow. So that's really fun. You can kind of see there's a circular movement that's going on here. That's why this offense is usually called circle by teams. So if you ever want to look it up and watch some video, just type in circle offense. You'll see it all over the place. All right, let's get this out of here. Doesn't matter who's where. It doesn't matter whether you're tall, short, fast, shooter, not shooter. Doesn't matter to me. We're just going to go 5 out, and if you pass from the top, you screen down and away. All right, let's go through it 2 times. Let's see 2 laps of this. So we pass to the 2. That means we're going to go down and away, screen for the 5. As we get here, 4 would not stop, but would continuously run. If you stop, you might get called for an illegal screen. 3 runs off the ponytail to the ball side block. The block's somewhere down here, and this is on the ball side of the court. 4 continues to set that screen, and you're usually going to have a defender there to pin. 5, you're going to run up. 5's running up. 5's going to pop to the top maybe, get that ball back. Now, sorry. Let's say that 5 gets the ball, but isn't going to take a shot. Great, then we fill out. We got 1 here, and we're back in it. Now 5 can run it on either side they want. Maybe they're like, oh, I'm gonna go over here this time. Great. Where's 5 going? 5 pass, so 5's gonna screen down and away. So screen down and away. Awesome. When 5 gets here, 2 makes the ponytail cut, smell the shampoo. 5 makes the screen, 1 pops to the top, and the ball keeps rotating. We fill out and up, and we're back in 5 out. You can probably imagine how that just keeps flowing. Let's do it again. Ball goes to 5. 1 screens down, ponytail cut to the ball side block, screen down in the corner, 3 pops high, ball goes to 3. 1 fills up, 4 fills out. We're still in 5 out. We just run this forever. Now the best one is the ponytail cut, but you've got to get really close to that down screener. Now let's talk about a more complex portion of this that works really, really well if you figure it out. So there are times when you can cheat this, and the cheats are the most powerful. Right now we're just trying to learn what to do. And once teams and coaches figure out what we're doing, they'll start to try to fix their defense and stop it. We got to make a shot first, but once we make a shot, they'll start getting scared, and then we can make a bunch of points. So let's again run through it. Ball swings to the wing with 1, 3 screens down and away, ponytail cut, smell the shampoo, ball goes here. You can get a great seal right here on the middle girl, and sometimes 1 can just take off all by themselves. 1 can take the ball straight to the hoop in the shadow of 5. This will be wide open for 1, which is a fun little dribble drive if 5 has a good seal. That's a fun one. We continue that 3 screen down to the corner, 2 pops up. Then there are some options here. You don't have to take that 2 option. 1 can actually play 2 ball with number 4. So if that happens to be a pairing over there that really likes to play together, they can just play 2-person ball. So yes, 1 could drive, that could be cool. 4 can come into the shadow of 5, and 1 can pass to her. So we can see those shadows that are being made. Now let's say there's this moment when 5, you can only be in there 3 seconds, and if you're even out here, it gets to be congested. 5 eventually needs to get out, and we need to fill up. There's our 5 out. But you're still in a position to be playing 2-person basketball over here with 1 and 4. I like this a lot, and it can happen at any time. But if you want to, let's say 1 goes for this drive, doop-a-doop, at any time, but gets stopped. As a corner person, I love this so much because I'm either going to get to shoot a 3 or a free throw for sure. 4 should be over here dancing. Queen in the chair, you're in the chair, you catch, you pop it, because 1 sees you and probably drew your defender. The other possibility, that's a high rep shot. 4 comes off, gets a handoff, and 4 takes that ball to the free throw line, or sometimes even a layup, but that's pretty rare. But definitely a free throw and shoots there. In that situation, anytime we shoot, we'd love to put a triangle on the hoop and be aggressive. So what that would look like is 4 shoots, boop, oh, we missed. 1's crashing, 5's crashing, and 4's crashing. Anybody inside the 3-point line is crashing. Anybody outside the 3-point line should be running back to get us into defense. 2 should be saying basket, 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 and 3 should be saying ball, 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 ball. And as that ball comes out, 3 is pressuring the ball to try to slow it down. And then everybody should be running straight to the house. Everybody fill up the house as quick as we can. 2's not in the right spot, but they were, right? Because they took the basket. Once everybody shows up, once you get a 4 there, 2 ought to probably slip up. That 3 might have to let go and let 1 take over. And that 5 is now the mom inside the house. And we're back all the way around. We've come full circle. We went from X zone to transition, wing layup, block layup. Then we went into our half-court offensive set, which is a pass and screen away from the top, the ponytail smell the haircut, and the corner screen that turns into a middle pop for a free throw or a three-pointer, and that flows continuously until we get a shot we want. If we run this, we can beat okay teams. We will not beat good teams. In order to beat good teams, we'd have to add to this a man-to-man. We'd have to also add a press, and we still have to add a press break, which we don't have yet. But when we do get pressed full court and the team is trying to pressure us all the way down the court, we are actually going to run our same offense in 5-out full court. So if the ball gets passed here, pass, screen away, you're going to go here for a ponytail cut. Force coming down for your screen, and you pop to the center, and you can swing that ball if you want to. We can play from there, and then we're going to go down again. Now if you do swing it down, that's a good thing. Then hopefully people will run down and fill out. We'll U shape up, bop, bop. We U up again. What do we got? Maybe we got these two in the corner playing. We might pass forward and go for it. If it's not there, pass to the top, swing it again, screen down. Right here is the ponytail cut again. Maybe we get her for the layup, maybe not, I don't know. It just keeps on going until we get what we want. And then three's out, and we're back to the U. If it takes this long, probably we're going to get an 8-second call. You only get 8 seconds, but generally a couple of times switching sides and you win. Usually you have to get the ball from the center to a side and then the other side, and you're off to the races. So that is our press break. It's just a continuation of the circle half-court set, but we do it full court. All right, you now know everything for the year. The only thing I haven't talked about is our press, but I'm not ready for us to press yet. I don't think we want to be that aggressive at the JV level, for sure not. We'll get there by tournament time, but I think we might get there for varsity to run 22 pretty early. So just for fun, here's what 22 would look like. The ball's coming in. We set up kind of like an X. It's a box, but instead of having that big in the middle, we'll drop that big down a little bit. So no big in the middle, we'll just put that big on half court. And the house, it's not this area. The house in 22, or our trap press, that's gonna be the whole half court. So mom's gonna be on the vertical line with the ball. So if the ball's over here, 5 mom is gonna be right here on the vertical line with the ball. So she's just chasing that ball. Here, we're gonna have a 1 up, 4 over, and they're trying to put a lot of pressure, trying to get a rainbow pass. 3's coming up, 2, these 2 are tied together, these 2 are tied together, and we're just operating like a blob. The things we will allow is a massive pass over here or a massive pass down the court, because those are hard at the JV level. At the varsity level, some people can do it, but we can get some JV wins running this thing. Varsity, if they're really smooth with the passing or they've got 2 great dribblers, this won't work. We'll have to back it off. It's only going to give us an advantage if we see an opportunity with a weak dribbler or bad passing. It'll give us a boost to win some games. Against good teams, this will only work once or twice, and then they'll figure it out and beat us the rest of the game. And then we'll drop back into our X, and that'll be our game. Boom. Remember, our goal on defense is to give them a shot, but we're going to make sure it's a long shot over our hand. We're not blocking the ball, we're blocking vision. If that happens, it'll be a fun year. If you have any questions, ask me, but that's the whole thing. God bless you. Thanks for making it this far, and I hope you watch this a couple times.